Scientists in Mexico pulling back the curtain on what they believe are aliens and put two of those corpses on display. Take a look. These small mummified specimens were unveiled at Mexico's first ever UFO hearing yesterday. Yeah, it looks like E.T. You're right. The alleged alien corpses were found in Peru. They're believed to be 700 to 1,800 years old. They only had 3 fingers and elongated heads. X-rays of the aliens were also shown, and experts say one of the bodies has eggs inside of it. Maybe we could have alien babies.
Is this real? Do people believe this?
It looks like a stone carving.
It really does.
What is that? I don't know.
NASA set to release the findings of a heavily anticipated report on unidentified anomalous phenomena, also known as UAPs. Now, it comes as Mexico holds its first ever hearing on UFOs, with scientists putting on display what they claim are the remains of 2 extraterrestrials.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
Biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to.
Welcome back, family. Hope you guys are doing great. There's a lot going on, and I wanted to address this real quick because it is essential that we continue trying to wake people up to this laughable deception. To us, it's laughable at least, but there are lots of people out there who will buy into it and who are already buying into it in spite of how bogus it looks. I mean, you even saw the news reporter going, "Is this real? What is this? It looks like it's carved out of stone." Yeah, it's bogus. I'd say it's like the equivalent of the Ripley's Believe It or Not display where they had like the half fish, half monkey that some guy had made and passed off as a mermaid for years. And then people found out that he just did this as a hobby. He made things like that. And so someone probably did the same thing here, just trying to replicate E.T. and making something out of a hobby. And people found it, and then they're carbon dating it with their bogus carbon dating and doing all the things that they do and wanting to believe it and pushing it onto the public as real. I think these have been around for a while. If not, there's another one that looks just like it from the same area that had 3 fingers and they were like balled up in a ball. And I think it was Peru. It's been a while. I haven't really dug too much into that. But this here, you know, of course, the day before NASA was to release info and everyone's talking about UFOs, India's going to the moon. You got a bunch of nonsense going on. But why they're doing this is something that we've been trying to warn people about, and it has to do with an upcoming deception. And up until now, we've all been clueless as to when this deception is going to pan out. Is it going to be this year? Is it going to be 10 years from now? When is it going to happen? And I came across a video actually on my way home today, allegedly spoken from a CIA member releasing information in a little Zoom call that he was in. I don't know if this guy really is in the CIA, because if he was, I don't think he would be saying all the things he was saying. But I will let you guys listen to it, and then we're going to talk about it, because this guy is saying some things that show me they already have a date picked, and it's very soon, like within the next 4 years. I don't know when the millennial reign will happen. The millennial reign could happen before that and really throw things off. But I do feel like they have a ballpark timeline that they're working with, because he is talking about these beings already being here. And that being the reason why they're talking to us about aliens now, to prepare us, because we're just so mentally weak we couldn't handle the truth. And they're going to slowly bring us the truth by all these little disclosures here and there. And that's why they're doing it, so that we'll be prepared. Because they're keeping secrets about how much they care for us and the surprise parties they're planning and all that. So you have this guy. I'm going to let you listen to his little conversation and then we'll talk about it. But I think he may have just given us a clue into how long it's going to be until this deception is full go. So listen up and we will debrief shortly on this highly classified information.
We're kind of preparing the U.S. population, at least, and by extension, the world population into that reality that there is a presence here, and that we need to explain this presence. Because if they show up and we continue to do what we did before in previous decades, and they show up, there will be mass panic. But if you understand that these are real, and we have 5 years from 2022, or maybe now 4 years, if they come in 2027, for the U.S. government to prepare the people about what is up there. And in many ways, I think the word got out within the government that they're showing up in 2027, and we better be prepared. And if not, there's going to be a lot of explaining to do. And so I think that dialogue has happened within, inside the government, in certain areas inside the government, that we need to prepare. And that's why in 2017, that set a clock of 10 years. And why Lou Elizondo earlier in this year said, just find a hobby for 5 years. And, it'll all be out in 5 years. And he said that this year. So that was 2027. And I would say I've heard 2027 in a kind of an official capacity that I can't reveal. So I think I would say that people in the government are aware of something happening, and that there's limited time, a few more years to prepare the people, and that's what's ramping up this acceleration from the previous 7 decades of not even acknowledging it to now we are acknowledging it at a faster and faster pace.
All right. So like I said, he's giving dates as if they were talking to aliens, and the aliens are like, yeah, 2027, that sounds like a good time to attack everyone. So we need you to get everybody ready. That like they're going to give you time to prepare for a war against them if they were these extraterrestrial beings. But you also noticed he said up there, okay? If he believed in the globe, he would have said out there in deep space. He said up there, as in near the firmament, where the firmament's at. They believe in an up and a down. They have to, so he might have had some Freudian slips where he's telling the truth on accident. But saying they're up there, and we're seeing all these lights up there at night where they're putting all these satelloons and different technologies up there. Lots of continuous flight technologies. Most of them are balloons up above us. So you will see things up there, but they can't have these end-time deceptions, lying signs and wonders, fire falling down from above, unless they're constantly putting things up there. And so they are doing these things. Yes, space, as we've been taught, is not real, but things being above us, flying around, floating around, maybe hijacking properties of the firmament, getting stuck up there somehow. I don't understand it all. There's a lot of things that these people who are under the wisdom of the fallen can do that will go far beyond all of the little things that we've seen with NASA and other space organizations. And so all that's going on. He's given us a date, told us why. And so we know that for them to know a date, it has to be them planning it. That's the only option. He never said these beings speak English or these beings are from another planet. He's just saying there's entities here, and the new trending, popular word to use is non-human biologics. And non-human, when you look that up, non-human, of course, is anything that's not human. And so you go, well, that could be a monkey or a cat or a dog. But non-human is what Google says is any entity displaying some but not enough characteristics to be considered a human. And so it's got human characteristics. So things like these little aliens here that look just like E.T. when E.T. was sick and dying, pretty much copy and paste. And then you'll find things on the internet like x-rays they took of these things and all this analysis that's been done. And it's all to make the lie seem real, no matter how laughable this stuff looks. I mean, literally the most bogus. I mean, it looks like something straight out of a cartoon, or like your 4-year-old tried to draw what they think an alien looks like, or a stick figure. This stuff is quite funny. And they said one of them has eggs inside. One of them's an egg bearer. It's going to be dropping eggs. If it was still alive, it'd be laying those eggs. Probably had a nest somewhere. This stuff, I'm sorry, it's laughable to us. But this threat is based on something that's been planned for a long time. If you're watching this video and you don't know about that threat, you need to watch the final card. I'm not going to play that video after this one. I thought about it, but I want you to just go back and sit down and watch that video in its entirety. It's the main video on our channel. I think when you click home, it should pull up. If it doesn't, you can go to the description, and it'll be pinned in the description, or in the description, but it'll also be pinned in a comment. And so that's how you can watch it. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update onto the latest nonsense that they're doing, why they're doing it, and why I feel like they've given us sort of a timeline. If that guy is legitimate CIA, I don't know if he is. I haven't done any investigation. I don't have the time to. If you guys have the time to and you do, that's great. Let me know. We would love to see what you guys have to say on this and what you find out, because swamped right now with work, trying to work on the homeschool stuff whenever I can, which seems like never due to my schedule, because my gifted certification classes have started. There's like 4 different classes and they all overlap and lots of things going on. It's been crazy, but thank you guys for your support along the way with this crazy madness we have, because I'm hoping that next year will be the year that I devote full time to teaching creation content to you all, your children, and those who are interested with the Creation Standard program. And so I'm going to be still giving out some free samples of things to come. I've already put out some videos for people that are on the email list. If you want to be on that list, getting emails, joining our free sample classes, getting some examples of what the future will be like, we can send that to you. Just send us an email at thecreationstandard@gmail.com, and that link, that's also going to be in the description. Send us an email and we will love to add you to the list. The list is growing and everything's free this year. However, next year that may not be the case unless somebody really wants to support this to where we can make it free. That would be awesome. There's strength in numbers. People can also, start supporting us, and if we have enough support by then, I'll say, guess what, everybody, free classes for everyone. That's my goal, so that'd be great. But I'd like to do that full time, no distractions, so I can just wake up, do live lessons, interactive things, get people to come in from other places. That would be extremely awesome. Other truth seekers out there that are very knowledgeable, not just in the truth about what we live on, but the truth about the complexity of life, the evidence that's out there with things like fossils that prove that the world is not as old as they tell us. So lots of cool things in the work. But, before I go, we're going to be live Sunday. You do not want to miss this. There is a huge announcement in regard to the film that we were blessed to be a part of, the Origins Untold Ancient Cosmology film. We got to watch the movie at the premiere, and it was phenomenal. It exceeded my expectations, and I had high expectations. And so you guys are going to love it. You will be able to watch it and stream it from home. You'll get to be a part of that exclusive screening process where we watch it and get enough momentum to where bigger platforms will want to take it up. Platforms like Netflix will want to take this up if it gets a lot of momentum. So we have to share it, make it go far and wide. The results of that will be beyond what you could imagine, because this is a powerful film. It's safe for skeptics. There's no anger. There's no hate. It's a skeptic going around on a real journey, talking to people like me and other truth seekers out there who have evidence for what we believe in. Evidence that the biblical story of creation is true. And so you'll follow the journey of this skeptic, and it's a lot of fun. It takes you to a lot of different places. It is high quality production. I'm talking the best. It's out there with the best of the best. And so Fasuk Films, David and Sarah did a phenomenal job. We'll have them on, as well as the lead skeptic or lead actor. I don't want to say star, because that's what, they've tried to brainwash us to want to be as stars, make a wish on a star. Star Wars, Star Trek, all of that, like the demons want us to be obsessed with these stars, when in reality they're just lights in the firmament for signs and appointed times. But we will have Otto on there. He's the lead character, the skeptic that was going around talking to all of us. Super humble, awesome guy. He'll be there live. Hoping to have my brother here as well. So it'll be a lot of fun, and you'll be the first outside of the people at the premiere to watch this film, and this is historic. So be a part of history, and a really good part, because it'll help wake people up from the deceptions that are coming within the next few years, or even sooner. We don't know. That date could have just been thrown out there to mess with us. And so save a family member or friend by sharing that with them, either on DVD, send them a link, purchase it for them to stream it. It's going to be a few dollars to purchase and stream so that they can watch that from home. And so lots of cool things coming up, guys. Just wanted to keep this short, touch base, and give some answers into why they're ramping all this stuff up and finally going public with this and not hiding like they have been allegedly for the last 70 plus years. But that's it for now. We love you guys. The Father loves you, and we will see you around real soon.